Good evening. The Rio Rancho Public Schools Board of Education meeting for Monday, November 3rd, 2025 is now called to order. If all would please arise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So we'd like to invite Dr. Kurt Schmidt is going to introduce our guests here with us today, and so we'll just invite him up to the podium.
Good evening. There we go. Good evening. Tonight, joining us from Eagle Ridge Middle School is the Eagle Ridge Middle School Treble Choir under the direction of Ms. Stephanie Wilkerson, and they will be singing the national anthem for us, and then immediately after they'll be singing the Shoshone Love Song, a traditional Native American lyric arranged by Roger Emerson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Of twilight, and the sky clearer at day's end. There is the white star of twilight, and the sky clearer at day's end. But he is fairer, he is dearer, he my heart's friend. There is the white star of twilight, and the moon
That was absolutely beautiful. I'll say it before you're all out. Thank you so much. Oh, we have such talented students in our district. That was just such a treat. I'm so grateful that they were able to come in. And once again, they were from Eagle Ridge Middle School. So thank you for coming in. JC, can you take a roll call for us, please?
President Galbraith,
Present.
Vice President Morgan,
Present.
Secretary Tyler, Board Member Tripp,
Present.
Board Member Miller.
Present.
You have a quorum.
Okay, thank you so much. We'd like to excuse Jessica Tyler tonight. She had some previous engagements that made it so she was unable to be here with us, though she was able to attend an executive session with us earlier today. We'd like to welcome everyone out. Once again, that was such a special treat to have Eagle Ridge come in and just sound so beautiful. As a person who cannot sing, I really appreciate the voices of others, so that was just absolutely beautiful. And I know tonight we have Lincoln Middle School who's here, and we're really excited to have you guys come up in just a bit. To start off our meeting for tonight, we'll pass the time over to Dr. Cleveland for some introductory comments.
And thank you very much. And thank you all for being here this evening. That was a beautiful way to start. That was so beautiful. It's brought tears to your eyes. We appreciate the fine arts programs. And I think one of the things that we've said on many occasions is that our middle school students perform as well or better than many high school students in our state and region. And that's due to the hard work of Dr. Schmidt and of the really fine instructors that we have in this district. We're really grateful. That doesn't happen by accident. And so that was just, just a beautiful way to start the meeting. Okay. Again, I mentioned the director was Stephanie Wilkerson, and both of those were just absolutely beautifully done. So we thank them for coming, and we really do enjoy when our students come and perform, so people can see the really quality work that's going on in our schools and in our programs. We have this evening a donation. Michelle Havel, our Executive Director of Student Services, will present to the board a donation from the Schumann Foundation. We'll be asking for your approval to accept this generous donation. Tana Burgos came in, a former RRPS employee, and who is currently working with Presbyterian Healthcare Foundation, is the president of the Schumann Foundation board at this time. Also see David Heil here, who we know very well. He also serves on that board, and so welcome both of you here this evening. The foundation, and it's in the brochures that it has produced, says that it focuses on college, CTE, and trade school assistance for those wanting a better life in Sandoval County. Mr. Schumann has a very interesting background. He had done many really exciting things in his life, and I won't go through all of that. And maybe some of you may want to comment on it. But he retired from New York to Rio Rancho and wanted to make the community that he came to a better place for people to live and to be successful. And so we're always very appreciative of the donation. We're always very appreciative of the commitment to the Rio Rancho community, and in this case, to the school district. We have some other commendations this evening. The first one will be presented, all of the first three will be presented by Dr. Kurt Schmidt, our Executive Director of Fine Arts. This evening, we have the pleasure of recognizing Miss Ava Cisneros. Miss Cisneros is a student attending Rio Rancho Middle School. We've got a lot of our middle school folks here tonight. She was the New Mexico State Fair Art Show winner for grades 7 through 8. The art teacher who supports the student at Rio Rancho Middle School is Natalie Hardcastle, and we want to do some congratulations to Ava when we get to the commendations part of our agenda. This is the artwork that took first place. We also have another fine arts commendation. Dr. Schmidt will share the good news regarding the Golden Apple Foundation of New Mexico Teacher of Distinction Award, and has been presented to Mr. Miguel Jaramillo, who is the choir director at Lincoln Middle School. This is one of the top recognitions of instructional excellence for New Mexico teachers. The Golden Apple has always made its main mission to find teaching excellence, and so we're really just very excited for Mr. Jaramillo to get this recognition, and we do congratulate him. And Dr. Schmidt will be providing some additional information. And then our last commendation for fine arts this evening is for another of our fine arts staff members. The New Mexico Art Education Association has awarded the 2026 Elementary Art Educator of the Year to Ms. Jocelyn Celeste from Puesta del Sol Elementary. And congratulations to her. What a wonderful honor for her as well. And then we have an athletic commendation. Todd Resch, our Executive Director of Athletics, will be presenting the NMAA Middle School State Cross Country Championship team to the board this evening. This team is coached by Coach Keith Gerard. We want to congratulate the Lincoln Middle School cross country team for their state championship, and especially recognition to head coach Gerard, and I see also Daniel Cunningham is here as well this evening. So in a minute we'll be turning it over to Todd Resch. But congratulations to our Lincoln Leopards. So we've had Eagle Ridge, and we've had Lincoln, and we've had Rio Rancho Middle. So this is a nice evening to recognize the excellence that we have in our middle schools. We'll be sharing that later. But I did also want you to know that our middle schools all became Spotlight schools this year for assessment in the state assessment system. We also have a request for class size waivers, and this is a really important. The board is asked to consider the approval of class size waiver requests. Class sizes that exceed the state maximum can now if you are above that number, it can now impact our accreditation status. So it's becoming increasingly important. We try really hard to keep our class sizes under those maximums, and occasionally we have situations where they're not balanced during the day, but generally the teacher has a workload, if you take all of it together, that's within the allocated numbers. But Renee Salcedo, our school improvement officer, and I don't know if China's here, she's not, but she'll be talking to this waiver. One thing I would want the board to know, really important, that the state is getting much tougher on approving the waivers. And so we're hoping that we have a good enough case. Generally what the state requires, if you're over, they want to plan on how you're going to remedy it fairly soon. And I would also want the board to know that we have made significant gains over the last 3 to 4 years in getting those numbers under those state maximums. So made a lot of progress, but we still have a few this year that were over the state maximum. So we will develop a plan, and as I said, we have made great strides. There's a time we had lots and lots of classes that were over, and we've really made that a priority over the last 5 years. Renee Salcedo, our secondary school improvement officer, will also present a grant for the board for your consideration and hopefully approval. This project provides much needed funding for public school libraries. The grant total for the Rio Rancho Public School District this year is $274,974, and I can tell you our library media centers very much need this funding. This funding comes from a state bond question, and so you've probably seen it on your ballots. It's a statewide question, and then they take the money that's approved and they divide it among the 89 school districts. And so this is a significant amount of money, and it will really help our librarians and media specialists. We also have this evening an award for an RFP for architect services for Rio Rancho High School. Michael Madrid, our Director of Purchasing and our Chief Procurement Officer, will present this request for the board to review and approve. The project is a major update for Rio Rancho High School campus. There were 8 proposals submitted, which is a good number, and the district appreciates all of the companies who did submit a qualified proposal. I was at the game on Friday night at Rio Rancho High School, and it was really cold as the evening went on. But the building next year will be 30 years old. We started Rio Rancho High in 1997. And so I had a couple of folks say, we need to hang on another year. We're going to make that 30. But I said, that's probably not going to happen. But it is 30 years old. And when a building gets to 30 years, there's lots of things that need to be done. And if any of you were here then, you may remember the building was built in record time. Was built by Intel Corporation. Almost all the walls in that school went up in one day. It was really an amazing thing to see. But we now need to put some significant money into that school, updating windows, all kinds of different things. So we're anticipating the overall cost of the update for Rio Rancho High will be close to $50 million. It's a lot of work that needs to be done, but it will look wonderful when it is done. And we are also out of that money. We certainly are able to include some state dollars. So all of that is not district or local money. Much of it is coming from PSFA at the state level. The committee was charged with reviewing the qualifications, the technical approach, experience, and the overall value that each company brought to the project. And that's, do you have any comments, questions, or concerns?
Questions from the board? Go ahead.
50. Yeah. 50. And again, I want to really emphasize that's assuming we get everything we're supposed to get from the state. But right now it's looking really good. And I have to tell you kind of a funny thing about it. It's the consultant that was working with us, and she's not with the public ed department right now. But the consultant who was working with us was a graduate of Rio Rancho High School. So we were really hoping that motivated her to help us get the resources. And it really doesn't generally work that way. But I know for an absolute fact, she looked at everything and she crossed every T, dotted every I, and was a tremendous help. It's wonderful when we see our graduates in those positions of responsibility at the state level. And so this will be a major project. It will take some, certainly a considerable amount of work in being able to balance students and improvement, but we've done it before and we know we can do it. So the total is anticipated about $50 million to Rio Rancho High, which is interesting because the whole building cost $35 million when it was built 30 years ago. So it just goes to show the concept, everything has gone up, but it is something that the district really needs to do.
I was feeling really old when you said 30 years, and then I looked over at my former principal over there from high school. So,
And you felt much younger.
it is crazy how time flies, though. It's amazing, amazing. So, thank you, Dr. Cleveland, for that. We'll now go to approve the prioritized agenda and propose time allocations.
Board Member Jeff Morgan, I make a motion to approve the prioritized agenda and proposed time allocations.
Board Member Miller, I second the motion.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, thank you. So now we'll move into our commendations. We'll start with our first one for the Schumann Foundation donation. Michelle Havel, our Executive Director of Student Services, will present, and I'm sure she'll have some others come up and with her.
Good evening. Well, are we on? Can you hear me?
Tyler's quickly pulling it up. I think it should.
Use a teacher voice if I need to. There we go. Good evening, President Galbraith, Dr. Cleveland, and members of the board. I am very fortunate this evening to be joined by both our President, Tana Burgos of the Schumann Foundation, as well as Dave Heil, our treasurer for the Schumann Foundation, to present an award of $10,000 to support Level All for our post-secondary planning from 8th grade through graduation, as well as some professional development opportunities for our counselors to support those college and career readiness goals. I'm also, I'd like to share, I'm fortunate, I'm now serving on the Schumann Foundation. I was given that opportunity recently, and just to learn the opportunities and the support that they do provide to folks who are wanting to pursue education in a number of ways here in Sandoval County. So it's been very eye-opening on the opportunities that are there. So both the support that they're giving us here this evening, as well as the opportunities they present, are quite wonderful. So I would like to welcome also Mariah Affentranger, our Director of Counseling, who works directly with our counselors at the secondary level to support, again, those college and career readiness goals, as well as Tana and Dave, if you guys would like to come up. And we'll let you share as you'd like.
So, hello, it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
So, hi, how are you doing? So I was looking at this check, and we always find this check and lose this check often. It's like, who has the check? So, and I think it is now, it's a little torn. And so, but it still works because I think we've given you $80,000 so far when you total everything that we have for when it used to be Naviance and then now. And so I just think that's pretty powerful. And then also just knowing in the community that we've given away $1 million in scholarships, and we continue to do so, and we will continue to do that. And Dave and I started on the board 13 years ago together. So, and we're still here, right?
Right.
So if you want to share some too.
Well, just it's always a pleasure to come and contribute and support this particular program. It kind of fits with everything else that we're doing. You know, we provide scholarships for residents of Sandoval County. They're not all just graduates from Rio Rancho Public Schools. There are some other schools, but there's also people who are more mature that have come to us for assistance to make transitions from, you know, one career to another, or to embellish the career that they're working on. So again, it's always a pleasure to be here to do this.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
So that being said,
We need a picture.
we need a photo because we are giving you $10,000 again.
We are going to come down.
Okay, y'all want to face that way and we'll get a photo?
We can do that. Do you want to go down on the floor, or should we just stay up here and grab it?
I mean, whatever you want to do. I think we can.
Oh, okay.
Can you guys come?
Come this way. All right.
Oh, okay. Can you get everyone?
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
I just like to give the real check.
I'll take it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And David V here will let me keep it for 5 minutes.
He's already got it. We already got it. 4 minutes. It's down. And in just a moment, during our business portion, we'll formally accept that that check in just a moment. But once again, thank you for coming out. I love when I hear about the New Yorkers coming out. You know, you were saying that he's from New York, and that's because my family on my mom's side, that they were the New Yorkers who came out to, to New Mexico, and kind of, I think they thought there was a little bit more going on here at the time than there was. But I'm grateful for all those who came out during that time to get Rio Rancho started. So thanks again. Dr. Cleveland, did you want to say?
No, but just thank you all, because as you well know, the money goes for a really good purpose, and we really appreciate the funding this year, but for many years. And we're grateful that we live in a community that is supportive of our schools. And so thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. What's wonderful is to see the faces that we see in the community, you know, and that you do so much for our schools. And so thank you so much for doing that and for being here. So we appreciate it. And Tana, I mean, you almost seem at home here. I don't know if you, for a while. So thank you again. Okay, we'll go to our next commendation. This is for the New Mexico State Fair Art Show. And we have Dr. Kurt Schmidt, who will be presenting.
President Galbraith, members of the board, Dr. Cleveland. First of all, I think it's my fault, a clerical error. Mrs. Narrows is not from Rio Rancho Middle School, but rather Mountain View Middle School. So I'm not sure so we've almost got all the middle schools. So tonight I'm very excited and proud to present to you for commendation 3 individuals who have been awarded honors in the field of fine arts. And first of all, we have Ms. Eva Cisneros, an 8th grade art student at Mountain View Middle School. And she's won the 2025 New Mexico State Fair Art Show for grades 7 through 9, division 7 through 9. I would also like to acknowledge Ms. Natalie Hardcastle, Ms. Cisneros' teacher, who writes of her, Ava is an exceptionally talented young artist. Her technical facility, you shouldn't stand behind me, you should come up here. Oh, there you go. Her technical facility is impeccable, and she is a very creative, strong, critical thinker. Ava excels in every medium she picks up. She is kind, bright, funny, and an absolute joy to have in the studio. I can't wait to see where her skill and creativity take her. So I believe these monitors are off, but I think her artwork is being displayed. It's just a wonderful piece in the State Fair Art Show. We're very proud of her and her accomplishments. So would you want to say a few things?
Sure.
Okay.
I just wanted to say thank you for taking time to acknowledge my piece and my art teacher. So thank you.
Thanks for being here. Can I ask you a question, Eva? Is that okay? Are you thinking about carrying on with your art? I know you're in middle school now, and so you have a lot of years ahead of you, but are you thinking possibly beyond even high school, carrying on with art, or what are you thinking right now?
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing it more perhaps as a actual job, but also just as something that I enjoy.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Did you want to say anything? You're good. Okay. Thank you. Dr. Cleveland, did you?
Well, it's just beautiful, and I can see why you took first place. I mean, it's a really impressive piece of art. So congratulations to you, and thank you for representing your school and our district and community in such a positive way. And wish you, I hope you do consider going further with your talent, because it's obviously you're a very talented artist. And we thank the teacher who supports you in instruction classroom, and thank you for coming and being part of this as well.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for representing our
Thank you.
schools. We appreciate it. Thank you. And next is, while he's looking around, our Golden Apple Foundation of New Mexico is going to be our next. Go ahead, and Dr. Kurt Schmidt once again. Right behind him.
President Galbraith, members of the board, Dr. Cleveland, Mr. Miguel Jaramillo, choir director and guitar teacher at Lincoln Middle School, has been named a 2025 Teacher of Distinction by the Golden Apple Foundation of New Mexico. Mr. Jaramillo is also a 2009 graduate of Rio Rancho High School, holds a Bachelor of Music holds a Bachelor of Music Education and a Bachelor of Guitar Performance from the University of New Mexico. His training extends beyond the classroom, encompassing connecting with students, gamifying the music classroom, and being part of the Rio Rancho music community. Mr. Jaramillo is actively involved in the New Mexico Music Educators Association and has served as treasurer for Central NMMEA District 6. In 2019, Mr. Jaramillo was named the NMMEA New and Emerging Music Teacher Educator of the Year. As a passionate advocate for music education, Mr. Jaramillo is steadfast in his commitment to fostering the growth and development of aspiring musicians. His holistic approach to teaching, bolstered by his performance background and dedication to ongoing learning, equips him to inspire and guide students along their musical journeys. So, would you like to say a few things? Sure.
Even though I'm a musician, I still like to write out my speeches. Not the greatest improviser. Thank you, Dr. Schmidt, Dr. Cleveland, and the board. I'd like to acknowledge the anonymous person who nominated me. I don't know who they are, so whoever you are out there, thank you so much. I'd also like to thank my administration at Lincoln Middle School, my wonderful coworkers who have supported me along the way, and of course, my students. And I also want to recognize my family who come to all my choir concerts, even though I'm not performing anymore. I'm so grateful that my hard work has not gone unnoticed. The hours of prepping fun lessons for students, rehearsing for choir concerts, planning field trips, and teaching my students that they can't use Google Translate to learn the language of music. And I'm glad that's all finally paid off. I sincerely appreciate the support Rio Rancho Public Schools has given me through funding that helps me access many resources for students and professional development opportunities. The arts in Rio Rancho are so strong because of your support. I look forward to continuing my service as a music director and hope to inspire students to do the same. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I just thank you so much for coming in. You know, our music programs, my kids all went through music programs through their middle school and through elementary school, and they didn't always stick with them, but I have found that training that they had has really stuck with them as they've gone into their adulthood. My son now, who's a senior, he did guitar in elementary school actually, and recently is doing guitar again, and that training is still with him and is so helpful. And I just think it's so important for all of our students to understand that language of music, and it truly can just help you throughout things, you know. And I think back to my time in middle school, learning how to read music just as much as I know, and that's still with me. As I open up a book, I can still look and, oh, I remember my 8th grade choir teacher teaching me what this was. So thank you so much for the work that you do with our students. It's very wonderful, and we're grateful for all your service. And Dr. Cleveland?
Well, just a couple of things I said earlier. The Golden Apple is a really rigorous process, and to make it to the Teacher of Distinction and any of the Apple recognitions, it shows a very high level of performance and of work. And so there's nothing better than seeing our students come back and then take on these instructional positions in our district. It's just one of the most gratifying things that we see. So we're glad you came back. Congratulations on this wonderful recognition, and we're very proud for you with this award. I also want to say that the school administration is here tonight, and if you all would stand as well and be recognized, thank you for being here. And our administrative teams do support our fine arts, and we're very appreciative and very grateful for that as well. But again, congratulations. It's just great to be recognized for doing something at that level.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next will be the New Mexico Art Education Association Art Educator of the Year. And once again, Dr. Kurt Schmidt.
President Galbraith, members of the board, Dr. Cleveland. I'll wait for Ms. Salas to get up here.
Should that be,
Almost started without her.
is that 25?
Oh, it should be 20, it should be 2025, or is it 20?
It's for this next year.
They
year before.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm sorry, they do.
So it is a
They-
2026 thing.
she was recognized at the conference luncheon last month, or earlier last month, and it's the honors for the following calendar year. So that's not a typo.
That one is good.
That one's not a typo. But. So Ms. Jocelyn Salas, art teacher at Puesta del Sol Elementary, is the 2026 recipient of the New Mexico Art Education Association Elementary Art Teacher of the Year. Ms. Salas was born and raised in Cuba, New Mexico. She received a Bachelor of Fine Art and Art History and a Master of Arts in Art Education from the University of New Mexico. She taught in Cuba independent schools for 6 years. While attending graduate school at UNM, she worked with teens and small children at Enlace Comunitario, an organization in Albuquerque that provides domestic violence services to Spanish-speaking women and children. She has been in the Art 21 Educator Program since 2010, first as part of the second cohort of teachers to go through the program, then serving as a mentor and presenting and participating in Art 21 Summer Institutes. Her artwork is included in the NAEA's Culturally Sensitive Art Education in a Global World. She has displayed art at the UNM's John Summers Gallery and the National Hispanic Cultural Center in Albuquerque. She attended Arquitopia's International Art Residency in Puebla, Mexico, twice in 2014 and 2019, and was invited into its current Alumni Honors online residency program, which culminated in a residency in Oaxaca, Mexico in 2023. So congratulations.
I want to thank Dr. Kurt Schmidt for his support. Fine Arts receives so much support from him, as well as my administrators, Dana Petro and Sarah Ranjbaran at Puesla. I've been teaching at Puesla del Sol for, this is my 13th year, and I am just so grateful for the students there who have taught me so much about teaching, about being a compassionate person, and have even inspired my own artwork. I think I have the best job in the world working with these students, and I'm just very grateful for that. So thank you.
Thank you.
My microphone is off, but thank you so much. Is this a quilt that you're standing with here? I don't know if you can see it from your monitors. Is that a quilt? That is absolutely beautiful as I was looking at it and realizing that. And so thank you so much for bringing your talents into our district. I love Cuba. It's beautiful there, but I'm really grateful that you've come to Rio Rancho and to be part of our community and to work with even our youngest students with art. So thank you so much. And Dr. Cleveland?
I would just add, the quilt is amazing.
Yeah.
I looked at it several times and I thought it's different than anything I've ever seen. And I love quilts. But congratulations, and it's for the good work, and to be recognized as the top teacher for art in the entire state of New Mexico is an incredible honor. And so we are thrilled for you, and also very appreciative for the work you do in the Rio Rancho Public School District. So thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, I was going to say she had an art exhibition at the Hispanic Cultural Center, or was it Harwood? Or,
Harwood Art
at the
Center.
Harwood Art Center, but it just closed, she told me, so you can't see it.
I would have
I
gone.
was going to invite you, but.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for
Thank
being
you
here.
very much.
Yeah, congratulations. Okay, our next, I can see our middle school young men being ready and antsy. So this is our NMAA Middle School State Cross Country Championship to Lincoln Middle School. So Todd, Todd Rush, our Executive Director of Athletics, will present.
All right, well, good evening, Board President Galbraith, Superintendent Cleveland, members of the board. It is an honor to recognize a truly historic achievement in our school district's athletic history. The Lincoln Middle School boys cross-country team has accomplished what no middle school in the Rio Rancho Public Schools has ever done. They brought home a state championship title. At the NMAA Middle School State Championships, Lincoln didn't just win, they dominated. In a field of 336 runners and over 60 schools, every one of Lincoln's 7 runners finished in the top 34, leading the team to a victory among the 43 full squads. Even more impressive, the boys won every meet this season, including the highly competitive Rio Rancho Jamboree. Their success reflects the leadership of head coach Keith Gerard and assistant coach Logan Hoyer. Coach Gerard, with nearly 25 years in cross country from NCAA and world championships to years of coaching, called this one of his proudest moments. Together, he and Coach Hoyer built a program grounded in teamwork, discipline, and passion. Tonight, we celebrate more than a championship. We celebrate a milestone that sets a new standard for excellence in Rio Rancho Public Schools athletics. Please join me in congratulating Coach Gerard, Coach Hoyer, and the Lincoln Middle School boys cross country team, the 2025 NMAA Middle School State Champions.
Thank you for that. As a coach, I'm just extremely proud of this group of young students here. I've been involved in the sport for many, many years, as Todd just said, and I spotted a long time ago the ability they had. And as a coach, I just always want to see the students who run cross country, first of all, enjoying cross country, but second of all, to meet their ability as well. And these guys did just that. So I'm just so proud and so happy. It's really special.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, go ahead. Thank you.
What an incredible honor, and how exciting for all of you, and how great it looks for Rio Rancho for the years to come, as we built some really strong programs in cross country and track and field. And so again, congratulations. Thank you, Coach Roy, for your hard work. And to all of our runners, what an amazing accomplishment. So again, we're so glad that you were able to come and let us recognize you this evening. And there may be others that want to say a few things, but we definitely want a photo. And we'd like you all to come up as well. So again, congratulations. This is exciting.
So exciting. And before you guys come up for a photo, okay, boys, we have to have a quick conversation. So how many of you guys are Rio Rancho? Are you going to be Rio Rancho runners? I'm looking. How many are 8th grade this year? All right, my kids all run for Rio. So I'm looking at you guys to kind of bring it this next year, okay? We need you, really, really, really need you. And so I'm really excited to have you guys. Now, Coach Gerard, I just have to say, he coached at least Skylar and I think Elena when she, just for a little bit when she was running, but he's such a great coach, and my kids still remember you and the time that you were with them, and I still remember you being out there and being such a support. So it's really an honor for us to have you in our school district, and how much you care for our runners, and for, when we talk about running, it's the whole, right? It's the whole. It's we wanted all of the things we have to work on when it comes to our sports programs, and you really are good at checking the whole of our athletes. So it looks like you want to say something, so I'm pausing.
Not really.
I'm pausing. I do have to say,
I could actually say a lot, but
you can't. I have to say, I think it was the second year of the program, so about a couple of years ago, because it's been, 3 years now that we've had the middle school cross country? Is that about right? But their girls team, all of them were doing their warm-ups, and they were all using your same accent as they did their warm-ups, and it was probably the funniest thing.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, that's I loved it. Anything else that you want to say, and then we'll do a picture, but truly, you're welcome to add some more.
No, just like I say, these guys did amazing, and I think they're just a product of a really strong program of cross country at Lincoln Middle School. Now, we first started 4 years ago with a middle school cross country program. I think we had about 24 kids that first year. Nearly 60 kids came out this year. So the kids at Lincoln just love to run. And like I say, these were the products of that strong program, and it's amazing what they've done. So proud.
Thank you. Thanks for coming out. And I have to say, because I don't get in trouble from Cleveland really fast, but Cleveland's been dominating this last season. They've been doing really good too. But we really, Rio's where it's at. So let's take a picture.
Y'all come up and get in the picture too.
Yeah, everyone was. I'm that small that I still think that I'm on my tippy toes.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
I got you.
Smile on some both.
All right, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3. Well, it was so nice to have everyone, and we really just have such great programs, down to our athletics, to our arts, to our music, to all of those things. We have a wonderful district. And so as I kind of clear out, I'll talk public comment. We do not have any public comment tonight. We didn't have any on the online form either, right? I just want to make sure I didn't miss something, so thank you. But if anyone would like to give public comment, just a reminder, you're welcome to come in person to the boardroom to give public comment, or through our online form, you can also give public comment there. And those ones I just summarized here in the boardroom. We'll move to approve our consent agenda.
Board Member Jeff Morgan, I make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Board Member Miller, I second the motion.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. All right, we will now move to the business portion of our meeting for the evening. We'll start with consider the approval of the class size waivers. I believe it's just Renee who's here tonight. Renee Saucedo, our secondary school improvement officer, will present.
President Galbraith, Dr. Cleveland, and members of the board. Tonight, I'm here to request your approval for class load waiver to be sent to PD. We basically, so out of the whole district, we get a report from PED that tells us which classes are overloaded. At the elementary level, we have Joe Harris, and their kindergarten had more than, all of their kindergarten classes had more than 20 students, but we're going to add another kindergarten teacher and another EA to make that correct. So that's how we're correcting that issue for Joe Harris. And that's already in the works. And we'll put that on the waiver, but because at that snapshot they were over, we still have to request the waiver. At the middle school, for middle school English classes, so these are the required courses, a teacher, the maximum they can have in a full day of students is 135 students. And then we ask for no more than 27 students in a class. For the waiver at Lincoln Middle School and Mountain View Middle School, they both had a couple of teachers that are still under the 135, so their full day is fine. But they have one or two classes that may be one or two kids over the 27. So we're asking for a waiver for the few classes that are over, but their total day is okay. So I don't know how PED is going to react to that. If they say we're not going to grant you the waiver, then we'll have to move some kids around.
And that's never easy or pleasant to do.
No.
I mean, families don't like it. Kids don't like it. They're almost halfway through the year and have to be moved to a new class. So we hope they don't do that.
At the high school level, Cleveland High School and Rio Rancho High School each have two teachers. The Cleveland High School teachers are, at high school, you can have 150 students with 30 students per class. So 150 in a day, and they don't want more than 30 in a class. At Cleveland High School, they are well below the 150. So like one of them, who is the instructional leader, but has 69 students, but a couple of her classes are over the 30. So it's the same situation as the middle school. At Rio Rancho, one of the students is well below the total day limit, but she has one class that's over 30. There is a teacher who teaches 9th grade English, and her full day is at 160. So she's 10 students over, but none of her classes are over the 30 maximum. So all of these teachers fit into the formula one way or another, but yet on the other side, there's a way that they're out. So the 9th grade teacher, I talked to Mr. Baca today, and she's the only one who teaches pre-AP English 9. So she has all of the students in those classes, and those classes are the ones that are a little bit larger. So if for some reason they don't approve this waiver, what we would have to do is fold one of her regular classes and make it into a pre-AP class, and then shuffle the other kids around to other, like, it's just, secondary schedules can be so complicated. So we're asking for a waiver, and then I talked to Mian, and we're going to try to work on that in the future to make sure that it doesn't happen.
Okay.
I feel really good about really all of these. She's the only one that if there was some way we could work on it, we probably should, because her full day is over.
Okay.
And grading English.
I was gonna say the grading on that
Yeah.
would be hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have filled out the waiver with that information. On the waiver, it asks if your school board requires approval, and it does. And if yes, has approval been obtained? And so that's why I'm here.
Okay. Okay. Let me see if does anyone have any questions? Go ahead, Gary.
I just have one begging question, begging not to UNA, but to the community. If there's possibly a retired English teacher out there that could teach one class. We got lucky with French one time that somebody said, oh, I'll go do that first period, so maybe. So that's a kind of a begging comment for people that might be listening, or somebody knows somebody out there, so we could resolve it. So, but thank you. Mhm.
That's a good ask. Any other questions from the board? And Dr. Cleveland, do you have some comments?
Just a comment about, and we talked earlier about the 135 middle school. The thought has always been that English is very intensive for grading. And there's just a lot of grading that has to be done. And so that's why they've always looked very carefully at English and trying to keep those under. But just to give you something to look at for standard, there was a time, 5 years ago, every class in all of the Rio Rancho School District was 10% over. So we have come a long way, and we have just a really few exceptions. So we'll find a way to make those work. I hope that in my way of thinking, they're minimal in terms of the size of our school district. I hope they'll approve it.
Yeah, in the past, we would have to ask for a waiver if it was over that 10%.
Yeah.
And the person I'm talking about is at 8% over. So not good, but
Okay, we can go for a motion if we're ready.
Board Member Jeff Morgan, I make a motion to consider the approval of class size waivers.
Gary Tripp, second.
Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. Okay.
thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, our next is to consider the approval of the $10,000 donation from the Schumann Foundation. So Michelle Havel is coming back up for probably questions, I guess. Yeah. Did you want to give any more words about it?
I didn't have anything else to add, just that I know they've been generous each year for about the last decade, giving us that $10,000. It's not just supporting that level all, like we said, it does support professional development for our counselors as well, especially now as we've gained some state support for level all financially. It does help offset that, but it is nice to have this fund for us to dip into some other opportunities to support those folks that are helping students as they prepare to graduate.
Yeah, thank you for that.
I'll
Dr.
stand for
Cleveland?
questions.
Any other questions from the board? Okay, we can go.
Board Member Jeff Morgan, I make a motion to consider the approval of the $10,000 donation from Schumann Foundation.
Board Member Moore, I second the motion.
Okay, we have a motion and we have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, our next is to consider the approval of the New Mexico Capital Outlay Grant Agreement. And this is Renee Salcedo, our secondary school improvement officer, will present.
Madam President Galbraith, Dr. Cleveland, members of the board. I'm here to present Fund 27107 General Obligations Bond from the state. They are offering us $274,974. And the way this money is to be spent is very specific. We can buy library books, library furniture, shelves, computers, scanners, subscriptions, and software. So basically anything for the library. And they have a list of things that you can buy and things you can't. You can't get things like tape, glue, paper, more supply kind of things. So what Carol McDowell, who is kind of running all of this money and does a wonderful job on it, takes the $274,000, divides it by the number of students we have in the district. And I believe she told me it's $17-ish per student. And then if you have, depending on the number of students you have at your school, she multiplies that number by 17 and gives the library that amount of money from this. And then they have 3 years to be able to spend the money.
Okay.
So I ask that we can take $275,000.
Any questions from the board before we go to approve? Or Dr. Cleveland, do you want
Why would we not take? I just want to put a plug in. Tomorrow is a bond election for the district, but this comes up on the state bond list, and that money does make its way to our schools. So I hope when there is a statewide library bond, a community will continue to support it, because it is a significant amount of money for our district, and we are very grateful to have it.
Yeah, I think in some ways maybe we should be better at I know as a district we have to be careful how we do bonds, but when I see the library ones come up, I think of like some random building just out somewhere that they're, so I didn't realize that that those do affect our schools. So that's really good to know. So we can go for a motion.
Support Member Jeff Morgan, I make a motion to consider the approval of the New Mexico Capital Outlay Grant Agreement Capital Appropriation Project Fund number 27107.
Second the motion?
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, our last business item for the evening is from the lovely Michael Madrid, our Director of Purchasing and Chief Procurement Officer, to consider the award of RFP number 2026-001-FAC Architect Services for Rio Rancho High School.
Well, I'm even more lovely this afternoon because I just chipped my tooth.
Oh, no.
Board President Galbraith, Superintendent Dr. Cleveland, and members of the board. I thought Dr. Cleveland did a really good job of introducing this when she had her comments. This is an effort with Public School Finance Authority to help leverage additional funding opportunities to help pay for the construction services that are going to be required. The subject for this afternoon is award of RFP 2026-001 FAC Architect Services for the Rio Rancho High School. The requested action is approval of the evaluation committee's recommendation to issue award to the highest ranked offer, McLean plus U Architect and Design. A little bit of background on the scope of work for the project. It is to assist with campus upgrades, replacing existing built-up roofs with a TPO roof in all main campus areas except the gym and the Fine Arts Building. HVAC, we're going to be replacing existing boiler systems with rooftop package units, upgrading existing control systems. On the electrical, campus will receive a LED upgrade and also address electrical deficiencies. Special systems would be upgrading the existing fire alarm system. On the drainage side, we're going to improve the high priority areas. And security perimeters would include replacing some of the existing fencing with CMU walls, construction of a vestibule for the pavilion to house the Evolve system. And we're also going to be constructing a fine arts addition, which would include a band room addition and repurposing of the old band room to a scene production. As Dr. Cleveland mentioned earlier, we have a total of 8 responses to the solicitation. All the firms are very qualified. I'd like to give a little bit of background of the firm that is being recommended to you this afternoon. The firm has, under consideration, brings extensive experience in delivering a high-quality service to K-12 school districts in New Mexico. They have successfully partnered with Rio Rancho Public Schools on past projects, demonstrating a clear understanding of our district's operational needs. Additionally, they have a strong track record of working with other public sectors, clients, including municipal and state governments. just want to highlight some of the projects that they've worked in the past with Rio Rancho Public Schools. They worked on the Colinas del Norte Elementary School, HVAC and classroom renovations, VSU Cleveland High School. They did classroom building additions and security upgrades. Rio Rancho Middle School, the gymnasium HVAC renovations. Independence High School, it was new construction there. Ernest Stapleton and Maggie Cordova, kitchen and HVAC replacements. And they also did some work on concealed weapons and detection systems at the Rio Rancho Middle School facility. As part of any solicitation that we put out, we do a background assessment of the proposals to make sure that they are in compliance with the required documents. All 8 firms met the requirements and they submitted the affidavits as listed. They were evaluated based on the evaluation criteria. We conducted a short list of the firms and we interviewed the top 2 firms. We asked additional questions from those firms. We added those scores to the initial scoring, and that's how we came up with the overall recommendation to the board this afternoon. So with that, I'll stand with any questions.
Okay, thank you. Dr. Cleveland, do you want to add anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Do you have any questions from?
I'll have one. These guys are local, right?
They are.
Okay, all right, thanks.
Actually, Dr. Yu is a instructor at the University of New Mexico for Architectural Services.
Okay, cool.
I do have one question, and probably this might be a Patrick kind of question, but what is our timeline? I'm just kind of curious, just the overall as we're awarding this, and then what the timeline kind of is looking like as we go ahead.
Thank you, President Galbraith, Dr. Cleveland, members of the board. That's a really good question. So one of the first things that we'll be determining is once we get into design and really looking at the depth of each part of the scope, because as Michael Madrid went through it, you can see how there's a lot of different areas that we're going to be working on. And so the goal is to, one, really identify what those what that's going to look like on the campus, and then determine a phasing plan for it. As you can imagine, Rio Rancho High School, they're pretty full, so there's not a lot of swing space. And so we're going to be looking at how we can do that while maintaining operations and minimal disruption. Some of the items are going to be outside of what would affect the students, so we naturally be able to hit those areas first. But that'll be determined a little bit better once we get the design team underway and really look at what's needed.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. I appreciate that. This is something that we've been looking at for so many years, so it's just really good to hear that we're moving ahead. And thank you, Mr. Madrid, for being so thorough on the firms that we looked at. So we'll go ahead and go for a motion on this.
I think she did.
I think she's good. I asked her.
I'm good.
She's
Good.
She's good. Yeah.
I covered most of it in my
That's true. That's true.
remarks.
Board Member Jeff Morgan, I make a motion to approve the award of RFP number 2026-001-FAC Architect Services for Rio Rancho High School to McLean and U Architecture and Design. And thank God there was only one. Thank you, by the way. Appreciate it. Jessica's not here to go through the list. When I saw one, I was like, yes, thank you. Go ahead.
Board Member Mueller, second the motion.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries.
I just want on a personal note, just thank the board. This will be my last
This is it.
I was going to ask you that,
discussion,
man.
so I'll be leaving effective Monday. And I just want to thank especially Dr. Cleveland for all her support that she's provided. This is, it's kind of touching, and you guys have all been great, so thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, and Michael, I just want to say before you walk away, just how grateful we are for you. Over the years, as each of us have come on the board, I think it's hard to understand a lot of how these things all work, especially procurement, right? We've had a lot of discussions on that over the years. We don't have Maureen here with us, as we talked about those things, but you've really done such a good job at educating the board and answering questions when we've had them. And so I want to thank you. And I knew it was coming up. Dr. Cluna told me, and I think I even gave out a no at the time, but you have been just really great. And so thank you for all your hard work. So
I appreciate it. Thank you.
We truly hate to see you go and wish you well. But I would want the board to know, when someone leaves, that some people leave things far better than when they came. And in terms of our purchasing and procurement, things are a whole lot better as a result of Michael Madrid's work. And so we will miss him terribly. He's going to work in the New Mexico Finance Authority. So we will still have some opportunities to see him and occasionally to work with him. But I just wanted to echo how much we're going to miss you and but wish you well in this new position.
Well, you all are strong leaders and we all appreciate your assistance. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you. Mike, you stick around, right? You stick around to this. I just want to embrace you. That's all. I want to say my last goodbye to you. Thank you.
So don't leave.
Yeah, stick around.
All right, as far as advanced planning goes, tomorrow, once again, is election day. We really encourage, I know there's not a ton that's on the ballots, and so I worry about a good voter turnout, but there is a very, very important item on that with our bonds, and so we really encourage everyone to go out, let their voice be heard, and please go out and vote. So there will be no school tomorrow. There's also no school for Veterans Day next week. Our next regular board meeting will be on the 17th, and then we're into Thanksgiving. A couple of things that are coming up is we do have an MSBA conference that's coming up beginning of December. Am I remembering? The 4th through the 6th. So please let JC know if you're going to go. Have you had the registration? That came out to you, right? So if you're going to attend that, please let JC know. I will need to attend that because I still need another thing. So I need one more to be legal. So any questions or anything like that from the board or any last comments? Okay. With that, we are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.